How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my review of the Bournemouth game that just took place at the City Ground early today. So yeah, 0-0, I think it's a fair result, to be honest with you. I think both teams will be happy with the point. Us probably more so than Bournemouth. Bournemouth would probably wanted to get all 3 points, try and push themselves closer to the top of the table. Obviously, I think they're 6th place at the minute. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad result, really. Both sides didn't really have too much to write home about in terms of chances. We probably had the best chance of the game with a flick on at the near post by Glenn Murray, which was cleared off the line by a combination of Ben Pearson and Asmir Begovic. Their best chance, probably one where they worked it from a short corner and Stanislas tried to bend it into the top corner but just put it wide. To be honest with you, I think, looking at the game and the way that it panned out, I think Forest can be really happy with the way that we managed to hold out, really, Bournemouth. They didn't really have too many chances going forward compared to the game that we played against them last season, early on in the season, where it was 2-0 to Bournemouth. We were outplayed. They absolutely destroyed us in every aspect of the game. So to be able to, you know, come back and play them again at home and not concede a goal, not look under any threat, really shows how much of a improvement that we've had this season and how much that Chris Hughton's been able to stamp his authority on our team, put that sort of compactness, that sort of defensive, I won't say defensiveness, we don't really sit and park the bus, but we're quite solid at the back, and I think that that's quite you know, a real trait of a Chris Hughton side, and it really shows that he's been able to really put on our team what he wants to put on the team, and then we just need to work on in these bigger games. Well, I won't say it's a big game, but against the teams high up in the table, that little bit of that flair aspect that he likes to bring to the attacking players with the likes of Knockaert. You know, he's had him before at Brighton and he knows what he can do. We need to try and unlock the best out of him if we can get him for next season. But yeah, I think overall, the point for Forest is a point that we'll be very happy with, and a point that I think we'll take. Obviously, we can't do anything other than take it, but I'm really happy with it. I think you look at the defence, they were solid. Joe Worrell got man of the match from Sky, and I think, thoroughly deserved it. I think he was excellent today, put in a block that was a little bit scary with the way that it looped up and then he went in the back of our own net, but managed to go over the bar. And yeah, I think he was really good. You know, he had a chance to set Knockaert free with a fantastic diagonal ball, which was brilliant to watch that. But altogether, I think it was a very good performance from Forest. I think we were quite solid, did what we needed to do defensively, quite compact, didn't really give them too much chances to get in behind, too many opportunities to catch on the break. Every time they got the ball in the midfield, we had players in front of their strikers, which made them sort of calm things down, have to look for different options. So yeah, I think it's a real benefit, the way that we've been playing, to be a bit more defensive against teams like this. And then you see, like last weekend against Wycombe, where we were absolutely superb. We ran rampant against them. So I think it's good that we're able to switch up. We're able to be a bit more attacking against teams that you look at and think that we should be beating, and those that you might think Forest could struggle with. We're a bit more defensive, a bit more of a unit, bit more compact, and sort of without the ball we move to either like a 4-5-1 with, you know, that 5 in the middle, or a 4-4-2 with Krovinovic pushing up to help with the press with Murray, which I think is, it looks good. It looks like we're doing something good in that sort of aspect. But yeah, 1 loss in 11 league games now is fantastic. You know, we're probably clear of relegation now. I think if we can keep this nice little run of positive form going, then we'll be absolutely fine. Could we sneak into the playoffs? I think that's been a bit optimistic. We could do it if things go in our way and we just continue to get victories and get results in our favour. But I don't think this season we will. I could see us maybe getting in the top 10, which I think, given how we started the season, that's a real achievement. And, you know, you got to really tip your hat off to Hughton for doing that. I think next season, if we can maybe get in 1 or 2 more players who Hughton thinks is able to deal with his system and the way that we like to play, maybe add that bit more flair going forward to sort of, what's the word I'm trying to think of, to coincide. I don't really know what the word is, to work together, I guess, with the defensiveness. What I'm trying to say is basically a bunch of flair players who, once we've done the defending, you can get the ball forward to them and they're able to do what we need to do with them. A bit like last season, you saw we were quite defensive under Sabri, like to sit back and then would spring a quick counter-attack and get a goal. I think, that might be something that Houghton's looking to do again, but in a little bit of a different style. And yeah, I think it's positive. I think maybe we could finish top 10, I think, maybe, if things can go out in our favour still. If we can keep, grinding out points against big teams and draws against, wins against teams in and around us, we really could push up forward. But yeah, definitely for me, man of the match would probably be Joe Worrell. I don't think there's very many players who stand out as man of the match. I think definitely you look at our defence and you have to give them a lot of plaudits for the way that they managed to silence the likes of Shane Long. Stanislas only had one or two opportunities. Brooks came off the bench. I was worried when he came off, didn't do anything of any note. Surridge again, he scored against Burnley in the week and couldn't get a sniff in against us. So yeah, it was really positive in that situation. Looking at the attack, I think Freeman, I don't know, I would have thought Lolly would have been better for this game. That little bit different, little bit of a spark that maybe Freeman doesn't have. He's sort of a bit like Knockout. He likes to cut inside, get the shots off, which I think Knockout did quite well today. There was one or two chances where he should have probably done it better or looked to pass it instead of shoot. But, if you don't buy a ticket, you won't win the raffle. So you always have to have a go from time to time. But yeah, I think if the only change I would have made was brought on Joe Lolly for Freeman. But, it's quite good to see that Houghton's got a starting 11 that he doesn't want to change. A team that he's happy with, that work as a unit and getting familiar, play with each other. They know what to expect from each player on the team, which is really good and it's really helpful for the sort of position that we're in. I think if we can build on that and build on that for next season, maybe add one or two players who might join that unit, then it could be really helpful. And who knows where he might finish. But yeah, man of the match for me, Joe Worrell, and I think, a point that I'm very happy with as a Forest fan. So, that does kind of wrap up my review, I think. If you did enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe to Talk Forest TV, TFTV Extra, and Dan TFTV, and come on, you Reds.